Hi everyone, my name is Emily Turpak and I am a realtor in Philadelphia and the surrounding suburbs in Pennsylvania and South Jersey. In this video, I'm going to talk about transportation in Philadelphia. This includes major highways, buses, and the different subway and train lines that can help you travel within the city of Philadelphia and to the Pennsylvania and South Jersey suburbs. First, let's touch upon the major roads and highways in Philly. The road that really divides Philly almost in half, if you look at a map, is known as Broad Street, which runs north and south. You'll notice that there is a 13th Street in Philly and a 15th Street in Philly, but not a 14th Street. That's because Broad Street is essentially where 14th Street would be, although no one calls it 14th Street, it's simply Broad Street. This is an easy way to get from North Philly to South Philly or vice versa if you are not that close to a highway. Now let's make a cross shape and look at Market Street, which runs east-west and is perpendicular to Broad Street. This is another major road in Philly that people will use to get from one side to the other. Although there is also 676, which is a larger highway that runs parallel to Market Street. I find this road that moves a little bit quicker since there aren't any traffic lights. 676 is also known as the Vine Street Expressway. It essentially connects the Pennsylvania suburbs with the South Jersey suburbs. See, on the west side of the city, 676 merges onto Route 76, which can take you to the Pennsylvania suburbs, South Philly, or the South Jersey suburbs if you keep following it east. And on the east side of the city, 676 takes you right over the Ben Franklin Bridge to New Jersey. You'll also see that 676 merges with I-95 on the east side of the city. And I-95 runs north and south. So that helps you get to North Philly, Bucks County, or Delaware County in the Pennsylvania suburbs. It also helps you get to the South Jersey suburbs or Delaware if you keep going south. And if you find yourself needing to commute to South Jersey, or you find yourself visiting there often, you're in luck. That's because there are 4 bridges from Philly to New Jersey, depending on how far north or south you are. So let's take a look at a map. Starting from north to south, you have the Tacony-Palmyra Bridge, the Betsy Ross Bridge, the Ben Franklin Bridge, and finally the Walt Whitman Bridge. Now let's discuss the subway and train lines that are available in and out of the city. But before we get started, I have included links to each rail line in the description below. That way you can look at the map and the timetable schedule. First, let's start with the L, which is the subway in Philly. This is easy to remember because it's essentially in the shape of an L, only backwards and tilted. But it essentially runs from West Philly to North Philly and goes through Center City, Old City, Northern Liberties, Fishtown, and Kensington. During peak hours, the L runs every 6 minutes. And during off-peak hours, the train will run every 15 minutes or so, which is still pretty good. Also, if you work late or super early in the morning, the train runs 24 hours a day from Sunday through Thursday. Then you have the Broad Street line, which is an underground subway line that runs from Fern Rock in North Philly to the sports stadiums in South Philly, all along Broad Street. So if you're in the center of the city but need to make your way north or south, the Broad Street line is perfect for that. This train essentially runs from 5 a.m. to just before 1 a.m. You also have the trolley lines, which travel above ground. The trolleys are perfect if you live in West Philly and need to commute to Center City or vice versa. There is also one trolley line that runs from West Philly through North Philly down Girard Ave in Brewerytown. Now let's head west of the city to the Pennsylvania suburbs. So the regional rail line is what connects the PA suburbs to the city. You can access suburb towns such as Ardmore, Downingtown, Malvern, Norristown, Ambler, Doylestown, Warminster, and Yardley, just to name a few. In addition to the PA suburbs, it also goes to East Falls, Manayunk, and Chestnut Hill, which are still part of Philadelphia. You can also access the Philly airport on the airport line of the regional rail. And for a link of the regional rail line map and their schedules, make sure to check out the description below. Finally, I'll talk about the PATCO, which is a train that runs from Center City, Philadelphia to the South Jersey suburbs. This train runs all day and night long, 7 days a week. During peak hours, trains come every 10 to 12 minutes, and in off-peak hours, say 3 a.m., they come about once an hour. However, as long as you plan ahead, you're good. What's nice is the PATCO drops you off right along the main street in Haddonfield and Collingswood, New Jersey, which both have spectacular downtown areas. Philly also has a ton of bus lines throughout the city. So if you find yourself further away from a train station, the bus is the perfect way to get to pretty much every other part of the city. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tap that like button and click here to subscribe. And for more videos, click here and here.